Hi everybody, it's Angie, and today I'm doing the places you'll go tag. Stick around. So for this day in Vlogust, we're supposed to do some sort of a tag, and I was looking around on YouTube trying to find a tag that sounded fun, and I ran across Christina Super Fertile Frugalista. That's a big name. She's an awesome vlogger, so you'll want to check her out. I'll put her link below. But she had the tag, "Oh, the places you'll go." And at first I thought of Dr. Seuss, but then I realized as I watched her tag that it's all about the places that I have traveled to or places that I would love to travel. And I had a lot of fun thinking about this and dreaming and wishing and remembering. And so here goes. It's really simple. I'm just going to tell you about 5 places that I would love to visit, and then I'll tell you about 5 places that I already have visited but I would like to go back to. So this one's pretty basic. I think everybody in America would love to do this if they haven't already. And the first one for me is I would love to go to Hawaii. I've dreamt of going there forever. I have cousins who live in Hawaii that would be fun to visit. We've had people in our neighborhood who have been from there. My sister's best friend's family came from Hawaii, and it was really fun. One of the members of this family, whenever he'd go up and speak at the pulpit in church, he'd always start out by saying aloha to everyone, and then everyone in the congregation would say aloha back. So my dream is to go to Hawaii, and if it's true, because I've never been there so I don't know, but you see in the TV shows how when you get off the airplane they greet you with a lei. I would love to be greeted with a lei, and to have them, do they kiss you on the cheeks? I don't know if that's in Hawaii or not, but I'd love to be greeted with a lei, and then to be able to go to the Polynesian Cultural Center and just see how beautiful it is there. I've dreamt of that. I'm not sure if I'll ever get there, but that is a place that I think would be fun to go. The other place is just the opposite of Hawaii, and that's Alaska. It's just gorgeous there. The pictures that I've seen, it's gorgeous, and I love mountains, and I really miss them here where we live, and I think it would be just fun to go and explore and go out in the ocean and see what we could find there. And I think that my baby's crying, so I'll be right back in just a minute. Phew, we made it. He fell back to sleep, so yay, now I can do some more. Okay. The next place that I would love to go visit that I've never been to is Mount Rushmore. I would love to go see that. Is that in South Dakota? North Dakota? I think it's in one of the Dakotas. I'll have to ask Joe because I know that Joe's been there before. I just think it would be really neat. Have you ever watched National Treasure 2? They go there. That's not the reason why, but every time I watch that movie, which happens kind of frequently at our house because Jacob's into adventurous movies like that, it just looks like a really cool place to go see. And because I love mountains so much, I think it's fascinating that faces have been carved into mountains and that I've never seen them. So that's another place that I'd like to go. Okay, you might think that I'm silly for the next 2 and for my purposes in wanting to go there, but this is just me. I would love to go to Arkansas, and the reason I would love to go to Arkansas is because I would love to go meet the Duggar family. I think they're super neat, and I know that there's been a lot of controversy about them lately and that their show has been pulled off of TLC, but I just think it'd be really neat to go and actually see where they live, and to meet them would be amazing because I think they're a wonderful family and they have such great values, and they've been a good role model. Their daughters have been a great role model for my little girl and for me. And the next place that I would love to go visit, also for kind of a silly reason, but I would love to go to Forks, Washington. Yeah, I know, some of you are rolling your eyes at me right now. You know what I'm gonna say. I would love to go to Forks, Washington because that's where the story Twilight takes place. Yes, I like Twilight. Yes, I like it a lot. And I just think it'd be really fun to go there. It looks beautiful in the movies, and I'd love to just go be one of those silly tourists that walks around and goes to Forks High School and checks it out and gets my picture taken in front of it. I think that would be fun. Now, out of the country, I've always dreamt of going to Russia. When I was in 8th grade, they introduced in our junior high, they introduced a Russian class where you could go and you could learn how to speak Russian. And so I took Russian 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th, 11th. Goodness, maybe I even took it in 12th grade. It's really sad because, to be honest, I can say здравствуйте and I can say до свидания and спасибо. But my language skills aren't that great. I think I even took it in college. Now that I remember, I did. I took it my freshman year of college as well, and that's what I remember. It must be my mom brain. I've had cousins, several of them, who have gone to Russia on their missions, and for our church, and I've been really jealous of that. I got to use a little bit of Russian when I went on my mission to Sacramento, California, but it's not the same, and I didn't get to experience the culture, and so hopefully someday, maybe I'll get to go there. That would be an awesome dream. And the other dream is to go to Italy someday, because that's where Joe served his mission for 2 years, was in Italy, and I'd love to surprise him with a trip to go back and see every place where he lived and have him tell me stories and walk through Italy and try the food and meet people and see the culture there for real, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. Okay, so now we're moving on to the places that I'd like to revisit. So these are places I've already been, but I'd love to go back to. Number one, without a doubt, and it's not what you might think because I haven't been home for 4 years, and so that's on my list too. We'll get there in a minute. But my number one place before even going home is to go to Disneyland. I would love to take my children to Disneyland. I grew up going there almost every summer because we lived in Utah, and so it was a pretty easy trip to go to Disneyland, and that's just what my parents did. We went to a beach house and we'd stay there for a week and would go to Disneyland as part of that. So my second top place that I would love to revisit is home, and that's Utah for me. I haven't been home for 4 years, and I would really, really love to just be home. I'd love to sit at my mom and dad's kitchen table and talk with them and eat their food and just be able to be with my brother and my sister and see what their lives are like nowadays, and just to be surrounded by places that are familiar and near and dear to my heart. Also, my in-laws are there. They have been serving a mission there in a place called St. George, Utah. If you haven't ever heard of that, you'll want to look it up because it's a neat place. And I'd love to go visit them. They're going to be coming home this next year, and it would be awesome to go and see St. George with them there and in the atmosphere that they're in and the situation. Not sure if that will happen, but that would be a great dream and a good place for me to revisit. Other places in Utah that are really awesome that I'd love to just go back to. There's a place called Temple Square in Salt Lake City. That's wonderful. Also, Timpanogos Cave is a national monument, and that's really fun. As well as Park City and Midway, Utah. Those are some of my favorites. Also, I'd love to just go to the town where I grew up, and that's Payson, Utah. It's grown a lot in the past few years, and probably even more so since I've been gone, but I'd love to just go back and take the kids there and show them my elementary school and show them the places that I hung out. My grandparents used to live in Texas. They lived there for 3 years when I was younger, and I love Texas, and I'd love to go back. And one of the places I'd love to visit is San Antonio and the Riverwalk. It's beautiful there. Also the Alamo. I think it'd be really fun to take the kids there and show them that. Yellowstone is a big one on my list. I went there a lot. Being from Utah, Yellowstone's not that far away. Plus, I used to live in Idaho as well. And just to see Yellowstone and the geysers and everything would be really neat and fun. And last but not least on my list is New York City. I've been there. I went there with a school group when I was in high school, so I haven't been back since 1995, and we were very well monitored. We couldn't really explore. We got to go to Broadway and see Les Miserables there, and we got to, what else did we do? Oh, we walked through some of the stores. But that was clear, 1995 was a long time ago. That's ancient history. Since this is a tag video, I tag anybody who wants to do this to follow along and to do this tag, and then let me know. I'd love to hear if you end up doing this from my tag. I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll be back more soon with fun things on Center Station. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.